Okay, so for my video analysis session, I put together a compilation of different videos that we've been taking throughout the year, and I wanted to start off with this one. Not because it's good, but because it's actually terrible. And at the time, I like to blame it on the fact that I was sick and had a broken wrist, but really it's just because I was nervous and needed room for improvement. So in this video, we played this game that I created that I was actually really proud of. But the way I explained it to them and gave instructions, you could tell they were like, "What is she talking about? I'm so confused."
We did all three then. At least I know we did do that.
And so I numbered them off and put them in different groups.
Three.
And I gave like step-by-step instructions instead of just telling them like what the overall purpose of was for today.
So, and then so you three are the only ones allowed to speak at a time.
And it was basically like a HLP game where I had them argue. We were reading One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
But as the game master, I can say switch at any time, and you guys have to switch seats.
It was basically a debate on like control and power in the classroom and stuff like that. So it was basically flipping the tables around and saying like, okay, so instead we've looked at One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and how Nurse Ratched takes control over people rather than doing what's right for people. But now we're going to see how that kind of affects our lives in the current situation of being in an institution like a school.
Because you're doing the body biographies, which require you to have quotes that kind of epitomize your character, right?
So what I did is instead of having them, okay, well this time, this is how I did it. But I was lucky because the second semester I was able to do the same project again because we have block schedule. So I had all different students. And I was able to do the project again and see how I could do it better. So this video,
Oh my God.
I let them write their summary of the previous night's chapter, which went along with this plot. And then I took a group of girls that I knew were a little shyer, didn't want to like participate as much in a debate in class. So I pulled them aside and I said, okay, so here's the deal. Y'all are going to be the judges and we're going to have a debate. And then I still kept the HLP idea the same where one person had to speak at a time. But I had a group that was basically on my side that I could talk to about who won the debate, how we could change things around, and basically had like a panel on my side. And it just really showed how, I don't know, I'm actually really proud of this video because it shows that I actually did improve, which sounds kind of sad, but you kind of start out and you wonder if you did improve, and then you watch these videos and you're like, oh wow, I actually did a much better job this time. So they're arguing about cell phones, and they should be allowed in school.
I don't know. Somebody.
So like the rules kind of didn't.
I mean, the teacher can her desk always have visibility. But what happens when you do that?
Okay, sorry, that was fun. I had to watch it. So the rules still applied the same way. Like the people in the two hot seats are the only ones able to speak at a time. But they actually got really into the whole debate and discussion, and I kind of loosened up on those rules because I figured it was more fun for them to learn and engage with each other than it was. See, she actually switched out, but then it was to make sure that two people were following the rules at the same time, because I don't know, teaching is just, I've learned that it's a lot better if you relax a little bit more and just have fun with them. Another video, this was a day where everything went wrong and there was no internet access, which we were supposed to have internet access, but not today. And so I tried to teach a lecture, and here's where I've noticed I've improved the most with teaching, is just relaxing in front of the class, because it's just not that big of a deal that if your lecture notes fail, you can do something else. There's always some way you can teach, and you don't have to follow your same plan, and you don't even have to make sure that you're staying on the exact task that you did that day. It's just you make sure that you're still teaching no matter what. And this day, so the lecture notes worked for a while, and I was able to show my Mean Girls clip on satire that I really wanted to show. So that was exciting. But then right after this clip, everything just crashed and burned. So we talked a little bit more, and I showed that I had an article printed out as like a backup in case something happened and we needed something. So I had this article, this satirical article in place that was a satire against women in our society, and this kid over here thought it was I presented it to them cold. I didn't really talk about it. I had talked about satire, and I figured like maybe they'll make the link here that this is a joke. It's not serious. But this kid thought it was serious, and his facial expressions while reading it are hysterical. See, there it is. He is shocked. Which was actually really fun, because then whenever we were talking about what satire was, actually showing it to him cold really showed him that he was like, oh, it made him get it a little more. But then, so since the internet did leave us, the lack of internet access kind of left us with nothing, I was like, you know what? We have about 10 minutes left. Let's play Zip Zap Zop. So here's our video. Zip Zap Zop. Anyway, but that was the first semester of teaching. The second semester I did Zip Zap Zop too, and they were all like, man, Ms. McCrae, what is with you in all these games? Anyway, then this day, this was actually this semester, and I like watching this video. This is the one that I turned in for a TPA, because we were able to goof off a lot more. And it just showed that I don't know, I'm proud of it because I'm a lot more confident in this video. I'm more relaxed. I play around with them. We end up.
They're flawed, but why won't they leave? I mean, like, because they don't like the outside. It was that they don't like it, or is that they're scared? So instead of
yeah, I was able to be like bounce off their ideas more. I was able to talk to them more. It was just a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot more pleasant to watch too. We end up playing we were talking about the theme of invisibility in the book that we were reading, and instead of just talking about it, I was like, here's an idea. We're going to play the quiet game, which worked out really well for the fact that I can do my lecture without being interrupted, but also was actually fun, and they actually kind of got how hard it would be to pretend to be invisible, like Chief Bromden did in the book. So this is my development over time. I included this last little selfie because one day we were just sitting around, and it was like I think most people were missing because they had to pick up their cap and gowns at the office, and they wanted to goof off and take a selfie, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's take a selfie. So overall, my whole teaching experience was fabulous, and I feel like I have improved a lot as a teacher, and I'm really proud of the teacher who I am today.